Hollywood versus AI. How Sam Altman's OpenAI played the entertainment industry. In late September, whispers of a tech-driven upheaval rippled through Hollywood. OpenAI, the company behind the viral AI chatbot ChatGPT, was on the verge of launching Sora 2.0, a social media app tied to its video generator. But this wasn't just another tech release. It was a potential game changer that threatened to upend the entertainment industry's carefully guarded intellectual property. And this is the part most people miss. While OpenAI promised safeguards, the reality was far murkier, leaving Hollywood executives feeling blindsided and betrayed. A major talent agency, catching wind of the impending launch, reached out to OpenAI, only to be met with what they describe as a deliberately misleading narrative. OpenAI's team, including CFO Brad Lightcap and Sora product lead Rohan Sahai, assured them that Sora 2.0 would include robust opt-in protections for intellectual property and likenesses. But as talks progressed, it became clear that different agencies were receiving conflicting information. But here's where it gets controversial. Some were told an opt-in was required for both likenesses and intellectual property, while others were given the opposite impression. This haphazard communication left Hollywood executives confused and increasingly distrustful. WME, representing stars like Matthew McConaughey and Ryan Reynolds, was particularly alarmed. They were informed that their clients would need to explicitly opt out to prevent their likenesses from being used on Sora. One WME partner recoiled at the idea, stating, "Imagine an agent calling a client to advocate for them to get onto Sora. It's very likely that client would fire their agent." The partner bluntly told OpenAI, "We have a huge client roster. If they all opt out, what are you doing this for?" Despite last-minute assurances that likenesses wouldn't be used without permission, the damage was done. OpenAI's release of Sora 2.0, which allows users to create content featuring copyrighted properties, was seen as an aggressive move by Silicon Valley into Hollywood's turf. Studios must now individually flag properties they don't want used, a cumbersome and reactive process. By the time Sam Altman announced a pivot to a quasi-opt-in regime, Sora had already generated clips featuring recognizable movies, TV shows, and games, from Bob's Burgers to Grand Theft Auto. Is this innovation or infringement? The question hangs heavy over the industry. Hollywood's response has been a mix of legal threats and public rebukes. The Motion Picture Association, typically reserved, felt compelled to speak out, as did agencies like CAA and UTA. Internally, studios and agencies are grappling with frustration over OpenAI's opt-out mechanism, which lacks a formal system and relies on a slow, piecemeal process. Disney, in a sharply worded letter, asserted it was not required to opt out to protect its copyright, a stance that underscores the growing tension between tech and entertainment. OpenAI's strategy, led by tech veterans like Varun Shetty and Anna McKean, has been to ask for forgiveness rather than permission, a path that has proven lucrative for ChatGPT but far more contentious for Sora. While ChatGPT generates roughly $1 billion a month from its 700 million users, Sora's success hinges on its ability to generate recognizable content, a line that treads dangerously close to copyright infringement. And this is the part most people miss. AI video generators like Sora depend on exploiting copyrighted material, raising ethical and legal questions about their very existence. Hollywood finds itself in a battle of attrition, much like its struggle against piracy in the early days of the internet. The industry's biggest leverage, the prospect of future licensing deals, is complicated by OpenAI's adversarial approach. You quite literally set the bridge on fire. A WME partner told OpenAI personnel. Meanwhile, resentment simmers within agencies over studios' reluctance to challenge Silicon Valley's encroachment earlier. Had they acted sooner? Could they have forced AI companies to delete stolen content from their training libraries? The conundrum deepens when considering the studio's own ambitions. Some, like Disney, might opt to create standalone AI apps, while others may seek partnerships. But as one WME partner notes, if they sue, they cut themselves off from being able to partner with these companies. Is Hollywood fighting the wrong battle? Should it focus on defending its intellectual property or on leveraging AI for new opportunities? The answer is far from clear. As the legal battles unfold, one thing is certain. The relationship between Hollywood and Silicon Valley will never be the same. What do you think? Is OpenAI's approach a necessary evolution of entertainment, or a reckless disregard for creators' rights? Let us know in the comments.